I heard you wanna chat with your girl, chat with your girl, chat with your girl, chat. Business and beauty, come and confess how you make your money and say yes to the gas.
Hello.
Hi, Patrick Star.
Hi, Patrick Ta. Hi, guys. Welcome to Say Yes to the Guest. Today we have one of my most favorite guests and friends here on my podcast. I'm so honored to have him.
New best friends or what?
We'll wait to see how this podcast goes. For those of you guys listening that don't know, Patrick Ta is one of the top celebrity makeup artists and is best known for his signature glowy look on celebrities like Gigi Hadid, Shay Mitchell, the Kardashians, Addison Rae, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, Rihanna. Am I missing anybody?
No.
Me, Patrick Star.
Oh yeah, Patrick Star.
You got to do my glam today for YouTube, so thank you for glamming me. It's been 6 years in the making.
I was really scared to do your makeup first time you asked me, but I think during quarantine we reconnected, and I think that I just felt safe to to do your makeup.
It's so crazy because we've been friends for so long. Just to set how we know each other. We met at Fame Expo in 2014, and then I was done with Fame Expo, leaving, and I went to go grab food with my friends, and you had also left too.
I wanted to tag along, so
yeah, he literally was like, "Hi, where you guys going?" I want to join, and I guess that set off our relationship 6 years ago, and here we are in 2020 in quarantine doing this podcast together to celebrate you and your success. And I want to get to know a little bit today about your success, your come up, because just knowing you for so long, I didn't realize the amount of success that you've had. I've been to your beautiful home. I see your beautiful makeup line. I see all the people around you that are just as successful and that admire you. And I think what's so different about you that I've seen, that I want everyone to know at home, is that you are literally admired by these celebrities. And that shows that they trust you because you keep getting booked and booked and booked over and over again and have attained such a level of success that is admirable.
Oh, thank you. I honestly, I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm constantly trying to keep up with you.
Oh my gosh. No, it's just so amazing. And can you just tell a little bit about how you got started? What's the tea on the success? I want to start from the very beginning and get to know how you came to be, because to me on the outside, it's just a phone, a little bit of makeup and a dream, and boom, Patrick Ta Beauty.
So I dropped out of high school.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I dropped out of high school my junior year, and I moved to Scottsdale, Arizona to just kind of reinvent myself. Growing up, I was bullied just like you. I was a very big boy. I was 240 pounds. For someone in high school, I definitely just didn't feel safe in my own skin. So I just wanted to be out. I moved to Arizona and completely just wanted to revamp myself and just to figure out who I am and what I like to do and who I want to be. And so I moved to Arizona. It was somewhere close. It was affordable. And I convinced my parents that I was moving out there to go to culinary school. But I actually moved out there because I wanted to become friends with a certain group of people in Arizona. And
how did you know these people? Through MySpace?
Through MySpace.
Oh my God.
I came out there, and I think just because never being a part of the popular group, I wanted that for my life. I think when you don't have something, you want it even more. So
right.
I think that has honestly shaped my whole entire career. Even me being a makeup artist, because I never felt I could be in front of the camera, so let me be behind the camera. So it's crazy now that what social media has given both you and I the opportunity to to share our stories and to to share our passion for what we do. And I'm so grateful for social media. But yeah, so I moved to Scottsdale. I was working at a restaurant for almost 2 years at at a sushi bar. My parents wanted me to move home because coming from an Asian American family, the other day Patrick actually showed me this video that really just touched on family. And I think coming from an Asian American family, you are held up to the standard where they moved over to the US for you to be successful, for
literally.
you to make a life.
If you're listening at home, this is literally me.
Yeah, for you to make a life for yourself. And obviously, like, I wasn't that golden child. My sister definitely was, but I dropped out of high school. I was gay. I mean, I wasn't out of the closet yet, but I just was like the black sheep of the family. But I somehow convinced my mom and my dad to open up a tanning and nail salon for me in Scottsdale, Arizona, which I am so grateful for them, because if they hadn't have given me that opportunity, I wouldn't be able to learn all of the things that I've learned. Like
So everything was under you. The nail salon and the salon itself was under you, and this was your responsibility.
Yeah. When I look back at it, like, I remember the things like going through my head, like, why wouldn't you want, like, it was such a battle for them to even do this for me. But in my head back then, I was like, why wouldn't you do this for me? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm telling you that this is such a great opportunity, but why don't you want to do it for you? Like, why aren't you just like doing it? Now that I look back, if I had a kid that was 17 years old begging their parents to do this for them in a different state, I'd be like, oh, hell no. But they basically gave me my career.
When they say that they gave you your career, are you talking about
They
like
aren't
your
saying
makeup career?
they aren't saying that they gave me a career. I'm saying that they gave me, like,
Right, but what are you saying about it that shaped your career today?
because I was thrown into the environment of being the boss when I was like 18 years old to my employees that were a lot older than me. And back then, and maybe still now, like, I did not know how to manage people as an 18-year-old, just running around telling people what to do and not even knowing myself. I was learning as I was going, and that experience was such a crazy experience, because we ended up having to shut down year 3, and it was such a big like moment in my life. I thought my life was over. I came into work one day, and the doors were chained locked from our landlord because we couldn't pay our rent, and my parents had no idea, because I didn't tell them. And when I had to tell them, like, the disappointment was like, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared now. But my parents were there, and they were there to protect me, and they were there to basically like let me know that everything is gonna be okay. Like, but like, you messed up. We're gonna help you.
Right.
But like, and I'm so lucky that they were even willing to do that. But
Dang.
I think that's what's so great about, I think, Asian parents is that
They're tough love, but they're still love.
they never want you to leave the nest. They wanted me to stay home until I'm like to live at home until I was 30. But like, I'm 29 now, and I look back and I wouldn't like change anything, because moving away, like, it made me grow up, and I don't think I would be where I am today if I didn't experience that like bankruptcy and all of that.
It's crazy, because listening to you, Mama Star and Papa Star, if they are watching or listening, if they had the choice, they would have chained me up at home too. Until they were like, they would literally tell my friends, don't leave, don't give Patrick any ideas, don't, work here, we'll open up a makeup salon for you, or a little space, and I know this auntie and uncle that has a daughter or nephew. And it's just crazy that there are parallels. But let's fast forward to the makeup, like, because I found Yas on social media. I think we just found each other on social media, and I remember you had a turban on at a MAC collection.
That was actually my first day working at MAC.
Oh, that's right.
I thought it was like Style Seeker.
Yes.
And I thought like I had to be wearing a full face of makeup. I thought I had to be so extra, and I definitely wore like a huge gold like silver necklace.
She was a drag queen, girl.
Chains, and
I'm gonna need a copy of all those pictures just for some
I
reference.
honestly looked really good, so I'm gonna show you.
You did. You were bronze and gorgeous, and I remember seeing your turban and everything. And then fast forward, we met at Fame Expo. You invited yourself to dinner, and then I think we just reconnected back and forth. Whether I was in LA, but there was one particular story that I want to share in Miami. So this is, I think, would you agree that this story that I'm about to tell is like the pinnacle of your career, or a turning point?
It definitely is, yeah.
Yes, but it's so awesome that I felt like I was there or somewhat a part of it, because so I was in Miami assisting Renny Vasquez for a master class that he was doing, and you were in Miami, literally on Miami Beach at the same time, doing a wedding.
Yeah.
And I remember I had finished Renny Vasquez assisting in his class, and and you had finished your bride doing your touch-ups, and we decided to meet up for sushi. So funny, we just had sushi today too.
Oh, I only eat sushi.
We
I
still
love
have sushi. So we met up for sushi, and at the dinner, or we met at your hotel, this glamorous hotel. I remember I was just admiring, like, you were doing these beautiful brides doing full glam, and here I am not knowing, looking like a drag queen per se, meeting you for sushi. And I remember you told me you had a job the next day in where was it, DR or somewhere out of the country?
It was in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, in Dominican Republic. You had a job the next day, but then at dinner you're like, you brought up to me, you're like, hey, I have a client that is requesting me for the AMAs in LA. And I was like, okay. He goes, and you said, I never done her before. I think this will be a big move in my career, but I don't know what to do, and I think I want to do it. And me being a working makeup artist at that time, I was like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? And then you said, I think I'm gonna do it. You changed your flight, you canceled that gig in the Dominican Republic and went and did it. And that client for the AMAs that you glammed for the first time was...
So hold on, before I say that, I
you're gonna draw the audience. Go ahead, Tizo.
So I'm definitely not proud of canceling that client, because you should never cancel a client. I think if I could go back, like, I don't know if I would if I would change it. I like to like stick to my word now. So if I book someone, I'm gonna do them.
Of course.
But that client was Gigi Hadid, and Gigi has completely changed my life. Like, moving to LA and meeting her and meeting all these other celebrities, like, that have basically like given me this career and that have given me this life that I never thought that I would be able to do. Like, I remember like telling my parents, like, I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna charge like $75 for makeup. Like, not
really?
knowing what people charged back then, because I had just started makeup like when I moved here. I wasn't doing makeup before. I was working at MAC for 6 months. So not knowing what to charge people, but I thought I was making a lot of money. I thought
$75 a pop.
I told my parents I was doing like maybe 6-7 people a day. I was making almost $500 a day, and I thought I was killing it. I was so grateful for these opportunities and just a chance to practice makeup on people. And my parents were like, you should charge cheaper. Like, you would do even more people if you charge cheaper. I was like, you are right, Mom. Like, but really quick,
hold on, pause. If I recall the James Charles video that you did, you were part of the expensive side of makeup, because James Charles did this makeup artist where it was like low, middle, high in terms of price. And girl, what was that? Like thousands of dollars worth of glam and go. And it's just crazy to see what you have come. Besides Gigi, what kept you going? From the outside in looking at you, it was literally, I think, beautiful pictures, beautiful girls, social media girls that got you.
I think so.
Traction?
One of like this publication said that I was like selfie made, because I started taking selfies with all my clients, and it was not only Gigi, but like Shay Mitchell. She gave me my first cover, and working with her has given me so much confidence in just my own artistry, because she loves makeup and she knows her face and she knows what she wants. And like when you work with a client that knows what they want and that challenges you, you grow. And she has definitely taught me a lot. She's got her makeup done by, I think, the best of the best. And for me, like, I think whenever a client of mine uses other people, it keeps me on my toes. I'm like, oh, did she use him over me or her over me? Like, it makes you like a little bit jealous, but it makes you work harder the next time.
Really?
And yeah.
But what would you say about your career? Because I myself get shocked when celebrities ask me to do a collab with me, not just even one-on-one glam and go, but like on camera, because that's even more pressure, because I can't even concentrate on the makeup or the conversation or both at the same time. But for me, I think it would be like my personality or my chemistry or what I show on screen. What would you say in that private one-on-one, like non-filmed environment that keeps them attracted to you, to want to keep using you over and over?
Definitely whenever I meet someone, I am very quiet. I think celebrities, when they're getting their makeup done for a red carpet, it's a lot of stress for them. And they just want to be in a calm, relaxed environment. And I try not to bring too much extraness, because I think I would find myself in the past, like, I think as Instagram got like bigger and influencing and influencers and beauty gurus like started, and like YouTube started like just really like popping off like in like the beauty community, like maybe I thought I was like somebody, and I would come into work like thinking that I'm the talent, but like that's not how it is. Like makeup artists like me, we are there to serve a purpose. Like we are there to basically perform like a job for someone. Like we're on their time. Our lives look like on Instagram, they look glamorous. For me, I show the finished product, and I never really show the before product because my clients don't usually let me do that. But
right, that sounds like to me checking the ego. You know, when you said I'm not the talent and you're the makeup artist. But when did that happen? Did that happen when you started working with celebrities or like on big productions? When I did Kim Kardashian West, I wanted to throw up. And when she asked me at her house, I want you to do my makeup. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. You was lying. And then it happened. And then she walked into the room, and the first thing I said when she walked in, I don't think we got it on camera. I was like, this is fake. This is a hologram. And I literally had no idea that someone like that. So I can't even imagine. I've worked with very few celebrities compared to you, but on a professional level, like reoccurring. So what was it like even just working with all these people? Aside from,
I'm still nervous all the time, and I think I go into these jobs like just it's like we're dating. We go on our first date, then our second date, and like you're like, oh my god, are they gonna call me? Did I impress them? Like do they like me? Oh my god, are they cheating on me? It's like very much like dating, and it's like very hard if you don't have like a thick skin. It can be actually really hard and like really like mentally draining, because it's like you blame it on your own like self-worth or your own talent, or if you like aren't good enough. So I think that being in this industry, you have to have like a really tough skin, and you have to be able to like just know that it's not personable. Like they just want to feel their best. Sometimes they want to change looks, and it's not you, or maybe it is you, but like I am still figuring this like I'm still figuring that. I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah, I would imagine, because, you know, for me as a person, and there's two types of people in terms of when it comes to like relationships. There's two types of people. And for me, I'm one of these people where whenever I meet someone, I assume the best in them. I know that's not always the case for everybody, where you start at 100 and then you maintain your 100. But I would feel like when getting a job or like a celebrity, you start from 0 and you earn your points and hopefully get to 100. And, you know, keep that 100, you know what I mean? So that's, I think whenever I work with a celebrity or, you know, just anybody rather, or in a relationship and we're working somewhere, I feel like I have to prove myself, not just for the clout of it all, but to showcase who I am, what I stand for. And most of all, how I do it is the most important thing, especially being someone online. And I would assume the same, because also too, like are so coveted on the red carpet. You are a La Mer ambassador. You have your own makeup line, and you've partnered with so many brands. You be making the corn, girl. It ain't no lie. You be making the corn, girl. You have some cute style, girl. You know. But it's just crazy to see how you're able to juggle things. And also, I saw you the other day when I was over. You were glamming a few girls on TikTok, and you had a couple assistants there, and you seem to now, I feel like hearing your story from the nail salon, have grasped how to manage people and appreciate them. Like you're so well mannered, you're so cute, and it's just really nice. You're like, thank you, great job today. You know, I think you validate them as much as they validate you, I think, for just showing up.
I think I realized like I definitely didn't do that before, so I'm definitely learning myself. And I just have realized that like these people that come into my life, like they work so hard for me. And I think people who move to LA, you move to LA because you want to be like you want to make something of your life, you want to do something for your life, you want to become something, and everyone is like on that path to just like their version of the top. The girls that work with me, I am so grateful for, because what they do is like they're constantly trying to, what can they do to help me? So I always like, I know that, and I know like I know how much, like how hard they work for me. So I try to show my appreciation other ways, and I do want them to be successful. So the assistants that have worked for me, like I try to tag them in everything I do. I push for them for jobs.
That is so nice, by the way, because
I love them.
It's so crazy how you tag your assistants and tag the people that you work with, because I know just some people out there just don't be tagging at all, let alone the celebrities. You'd be lucky to get a tag from them, but they love you, which is so crazy.
Yeah, I've had like a handful of assistants throughout my career in Los Angeles, and like they have become such like a little tight family. Even the ones that don't work with me anymore, like some have like moved on and now they're signed to the same agency that I'm signed with. We're all such like close friends still, and I consider them like my actual friends. Like I would like hang out with them and not on like a work basis. And I think during quarantine, it was like such an eye opener for me because I think I mean, in both of our industries, we have we live very similar lives, but in different in different lanes.
Really quick, but when you say but we're in both of our industries, we under the same industry of beauty, but you're talking about the social media industry of makeup.
No,
and
like
also,
you are like a YouTuber, you're a beauty influencer, like
right.
you have a brand. I am on the other side. I'm not the influencer.
You're an influencer.
I'm like the makeup artist.
You are an influencer.
I do have a brand.
You're an influencer.
So during quarantine, like we're trying to build our lives. We're trying to build our empire, like what as like you would say. And we're just like go, go, go. Even today, it was such a long day, and you're with
We said that for this podcast, and Patrick was like, after we filmed the YouTube video, and he's like, girl, this is a long day. Of course it's a long day. You were on set with an artist the other day from 7 to like 10 p.m.
But I don't have to perform. I'm just like sitting and just like touching up. Like this is like,
you're a founder, girl. You better boss up. There's gonna be more of this, because I think people deserve to know you and who you are and what you stand for. I think in the past couple of weeks, I've gotten to know your heart. I've gotten to know your personality. And I was just saying, as you were doing my makeup earlier, I was like, I think it'll be so impressive that people would see us as brands, as quote unquote competitors in the industry, kick it as friends behind the scenes, because, and also like with you and your assistants, celebrating them, because I think we're in a new generation of beauty where we celebrate each other. I think not just whatever's going on in the world, but I think that's what's needed now, is celebrating and making room for each other, creating opportunity for each other, because it can be such a beautiful industry at the end of the day. And the irony is that we are working in beauty, but sometimes we all know it can be so ugly. But I think I'm really impressed that we're even able to come together as friends and not treat each other like competitors, where once upon a time, years ago, this would have never been the case. But yet here we are, which I think is so crazy. It's because we Asian, huh?
I think
we like rice.
I
we
think
stick
it's
together
because we're Asian, and like I think we found common ground in like our crazy lives during quarantine, and I think we have like very similar like wants, and we have similar things that we're going through. We might look different, but
what you mean, girl? We in drags together. Speaking of wants, did you want a brand, or like when did you want a brand? From the very beginning, from when you like lost the salon and started makeup charging $75? Like when was it in your career like, oh, I want my own beauty brand?
I think that the beauty brand is like basically it was like one of the goals. It wasn't always like a want, because I didn't even know that like this was even like an option, so I just never really even like dreamed that big. But
Same.
as time went on in this industry that we are now in, like it felt like that was the next step. The most fun is creating the product. The scariest stuff is actually putting it to life and selling it, and seeing reviews. And like I think both as brand founders, when we create product that we love and that we hope that the world is going to love. We're not people that just slaps our name on something and just like calls it a day and puts it on the shelf. Like I like live and breathe this brand, and it does hurt my feelings when I see like a review or something. That makeup is so different for everyone, and the way that everyone uses it, just like even like you and I, the way that you do makeup, the way that I do makeup, it's completely different, and it's okay, because what works for you works for you, or what works for me works for me. But I think people should be open to, just because it doesn't work for you, it doesn't mean it's bad.
And you're learning this as a founder, because I remember you said earlier, as a makeup artist, you had to build tough skin. Are you having to find that about yourself as a founder, that you have to build a little bit of grit and like tough skin too?
Yeah, I think just believing in yourself and believing in your own product and like standing behind it, because definitely like for all the amazing comments that you'll get hundreds of,
it takes one, bitch. It takes one to ruin your whole motherfucking day.
It takes one comment to really just like to just change your whole entire mood, and that's not what I want. And like, but the thing is like,
or a wonky review on Rare Beauty. But anyways,
it's my name, and so I want it to. Of course. I want people to like to love it just as much as I do, and I try to like educate and to share how I like to do things. But again, what I like to do isn't what's like. I can share as many times as I can, but people will even. I've seen like videos of like, well, Patrick says to do it like this, but I'm gonna do it like this.
Me. But I will say my makeup is sitting, and you did an amazing job. But I think the difference with me is like I did not know this about you. I think in being more sensitive to your brand, because in my past I've had collaborations, I've had friends that have had collaborations that have been per se judged online for whatever reason, and maybe have not been received the best. I've been most definitely I've experienced that in my career, because I've had that 5 collections with MAC in a row. But this is your first product, your first baby. And Patrick Ta Beauty is 1 year old, right?
Yeah, it's about a year and a few months old. Wow.
Well, happy brand. It's still standing, going strong.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. I think that from the beginning to now, I've grown so much in like what I want. And I think that like as an artist, you're constantly creating, and my style is changing. I'm evolving. So I'm excited for what's to come.
Really quick, what was your reason for Patrick Ta Beauty?
So growing up, like I knew I was gay, but I wasn't out. And I'm sure that you felt the same way. But girls were the ones who basically gave me like a safe haven. Like they were my shields to the world. I could feel comfortable around them and just like talk the way that I wanted to talk, and to just say things and like just have like girl talk. And I just wanted to create makeup, and I think the reason why I do makeup is because I want to empower like women to feel confident and beautiful in their own skin, and how they have given me like confidence, and they have given me this career. And so just again, staying like having integrity for my brand and what we stand for, and how I started and where I started, and just showing gratitude to the people that like basically gave me this opportunity.
My friend Hank and Henry, who also has a beautiful brand, also told me, and it stuck with me ever since he told me, you cannot make money without meaning. And so seeing your naming of she's so LA, she's thirsty, you commemorating these amazing women in your life, these muses, these major moments, these beautiful women.
Yeah. So I have like my second collection was Monochrome Moment, and the names are she's strong, she's proud, she's bold, she's adorable, she's passionate, she's seductive, is like all characteristics of the women that I want to have surround me. I want like you are like a version of the people that you have around you, and I want to have strong people around me so I can become stronger. And I think it's really important to surround yourself with like people who inspire you and motivate you. And I tell my assistants, like, I don't want you to be here to clean my brushes, to get me things, to do this for me. Like, I want you to bring something to the table. You need to bring. You tell me if I'm wrong. You tell me if there's a better way to do it. I'm not always right. So I want someone that like is confident, and that can like put me in my place, but also like be respectful.
I would say so many people love you. And when I forgot to mention this, that fucking party, girl, that Patrick Ta Beauty party was a spectacle. I'd never seen so many celebrities and celebrity makeup artists, hot men, boba, drinking boba and cheersing with Shay Mitchell, that beautiful dress, and walking the red carpet at your party was like, I would say out of...
You told me that there was people with your photo outside outside of my party wanting you to.
Yes. Do you guys remember that? We are laughing here. I think did I have a car or an SUV? I had an SUV at that time, and literally there was pictures already printed of me asking like Patrick Star, and I'm like sending autographs outside. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought it was so cool. I think you fucking planned that, bitch. Just tell me now. Just confess that you had pre pictures printed of me.
I did not do that actually.
That was so cool. I felt like royalty, and there was so many people there to support you.
There was a lot of paparazzi. I know that it was my party, but like
you had Rosie, you had all these supermodels there, you had all these girls there, all these gorgeous men there, and it was just like it was literally such a spectacle. I think because I had been to so many like influencers or brand parties, I had never seen the level of celebrity at anyone's party ever before, and that just goes to show that so many people showed up and showed out for you. Everyone was in that rose gold dusty pink, and
I know I sent a Pantone shade of like, wear these colors please, but I felt so loved that night, and like the amount of love that was in the room, I feel like people could feel it too, and it was just such like a great night for me. But I do realize that like after that party, like when I get married, like I want a small intimate wedding. Really? So you can really enjoy, like I put so much work into that party, and I didn't get to enjoy it because I was saying hi to so many people. But I think definitely like if I get married,
Am I invited to the wedding though?
Yeah, go.
Oh my gosh.
I want to have like a destination wedding because I want to have a week full of memories. And I think what was bad about that night is that I didn't get to enjoy the time with like my friends from high school, my friends from Arizona. Just the people, like I invited some of like my my Mac managers to that party.
You did?
I did.
I did too for my first Mac launch.
I know.
That's crazy.
You were just telling me it's really cool to like for them to like see it full circle, and that was like a memorable night for me because my friends, my family, my parents got to see.
Oh, and you got to finally get to prove to them that you made something of yourself.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than I mean, especially me, like from like what I put them through. There's no better feeling than having your mom and your dad be proud of you.
Right. When did they realize? Was it at that moment that you had that huge ass party that they realized?
No, I think it was my first like makeup contract, and when I started doing bigger job, like commercial jobs, I would tell my parents like, Mom, guess what they're paying me for this?
Oh my God, me too.
And I would keep just telling them like, I just made this much money, Mom. Can you believe this?
Oh
They're
my
like,
gosh.
what?
That's amazing. You know, it's so crazy. I would do that too to my parents too, because I think they wanted me to be a nurse so freaking bad. I just remember just sharing a little bit of that with my parents just to give them perspective of what that is. And I always tell everybody that comes into my life, we only go with what we know, and what they knew was nursing. What they knew was college. I'm first generation American. They immigrated from the Philippines, became citizens here. So it's crazy that I had to give them perspective of life outside of what they knew.
But that is okay because that's what they know.
Of course. Yeah, but I had to shove it down their throats. I'm the oldest of three boys, and I'm gay. I'm flamboyant. I know that you reminded me the other day, but it's just also good. I think because I wanted to prove myself so hard, and also like listening to your story, you proved yourself so hard too. Like you just wanted to.
I think we both learned that we both love to hear our love language is. What's our love language?
Yeah, your love language is validation. If that is
so is yours, girl.
Okay.
Tell me why am I so good?
Did I not talk for the past half hour of how amazing you are? Like, what more is there else to say? Your love language is words of affirmation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you just want your parents to say that to you. Like you.
No.
And you remind. Yes, you do.
No, it like for me, I just wanted to prove a point.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
That's my love language to my parents. I wanted to prove that I can make it as a makeup artist. It's that was me. I think just because I was so, I don't want to say suppressed, I think, or like I just want to show them like, hey, there's more to this, and that's why naming a lipstick after Mama Star and an eyeshadow after Papa Star was so important. Putting them in my music videos, putting them in my campaigns, showing them what I do, being able to hire my brother Peter to work with me full time, and for us to have a life. I'm renovating their home. I'm showing them that this is what Patrick Star has done. It's like so important to me. But yeah, your love language is words of affirmation.
That's really like The fact that you do that all for your family and even like your friends.
I'm renovating any of their houses. What you talking about? Look at them. You just started something. They waited for me to renovate. No, but I love my team. We talked about this.
Yeah, I love my team. I love my team too.
What would your advice be? 2 pieces of advice for makeup artists that are listening or entrepreneurs that want to start up, and also for business owners, or I guess you can kind of combine them and do one. What would you say for someone wanting to make it?
I think for someone who wanting to make it as a makeup artist, it's okay. Like everyone has their own journey, and just remember to be ready. If you're given the opportunity, make sure that you are ready. Don't take it if you're not ready, because I think if you want to be a celebrity makeup artist, you have one chance to impress these people, because there are hundreds of makeup artists out there, and like the people that work on, I think the celebrity, there's maybe like 100 out of the hundreds of thousands of artists in the world. And there's some people that I wish that I never did back like a few years ago that I could do now, and just so I could feel more confident in my skills. And even like honestly, like right now, the other day, like I did a job that really challenged me, but I was so annoyed in the beginning, but I left so inspired
Girl, you was texting me. You were like, "Oh my God, I've been here for so long." And then at the beginning, earlier in the day, you texted me, and then later you're like, "I'm gonna glam you so." And I said, "Girl, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Let's not get too crazy." But that's really awesome.
I just realized that like my makeup is like very just like wearable, gorgeous makeup. But if someone says do this, I want to be able to do it. Like I want to be able to like draw a crazy graphic liner in like 5 seconds and not just like take a whole entire day doing like the left eye. 5 years ago, I told myself I want to work with models and actresses. And I'm telling myself today that I want to work with artists now, because they inspire me and they are so creative, and like, just the whole team on their teams are just, it's like full of like, you're bringing like things to life, and I want to be a part of that.
That's crazy. So we've talked about your career, the come up, your business, the celebrity. Girl, what's going on behind them closed doors? Like, we talked about love language. Like, what's the tea? Like, how do you balance? You want, like, I asked you before we started, you wanted to talk about your happiness outside of work. And let's talk about it, girl. What you doing outside of work? I know, but what can the viewers know in terms of work-life balance?
I'm working really hard on myself right now. I think something that I've told myself for the like since 2019, 2018, 2017, I used to be in like really good shape, and I really am like, for some reason I just can't. I tell myself like, no more boba, please. Like, and I tell my assistants, do not get me a boba. And I ask for fucking boba every single day. I drink boba every single day, and I think that is like the downfall of.
Let me just tell everyone, not just any kind of freaking boba. We have to go all the way to Hollywood. What is it called?
If I'm gonna drink boba, I'm gonna drink the boba that I like.
Girl, but your palate is just so crazy. I don't know if it's the culinary bitch in you, but you have a certain taste for boba. We drove 30 minutes to get this boba. I dropped off my friend at the airport. We went to go get boba, and you took one sip, and you're like, "No, this is disgusting. We should have went to the one in Hollywood." And I was like, "Damn, it tastes the same. Boba's boba. Taro is taro to me."
It is not.
But it's just so we're working on your health.
We are both working on our health and fitness. I just want to feel good about myself in order to feel good about everything else. And I think that's a huge, like, love yourself before you can love anyone else. Like, I definitely want to get married. I want to have a kid. Over quarantine, it's
Oh, I thought you meant you would have a kid over quarantine. I said, girl, slow them over.
I would have a kid over quarantine too.
You would?
Over quarantine, I realized that like life isn't all about work, and who are my friends? Like who can I call in LA? Like if I have
me, bitch, you fucking call me every day.
I love calling you every day.
I love calling you.
I call Patrick every day, and he now mocks me for it, so I'm not calling him anymore.
No, I love it. I call you every day.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I'll start.
No, but over quarantine, I just realized like who are my friends, and like because before I'm constantly like, it sounds so dramatic, but like I'm on planes all the time, like chasing girls around, like just like wanting to touch their face and like doing what they want to do, but what about my life, and what about what I want? So over quarantine, I was allowed to wake up and do what I wanted to do, work out when I wanted to work out, eat what I want to eat. And it's been such a like an eye opener to like life isn't all about work. And I like want to share that to a lot of people. Maybe not everyone got time off during quarantine, but I think it was such like an amazing like reset for me. I was so scared at first because I never thought that like, I thought my career was set. Like Hollywood's not going anywhere.
Would you say that it got old or it got boring or you got complacent or you just needed something new? Because I would imagine when I met you 6 years ago, now in this past year having dealt with COVID and quarantine, 5 of those years was just grinding.
I think I just didn't have time to think. I didn't have time to sit in my own thoughts. Like when I was home and I was like lonely, or when I was like home and alone, like I would like find something to do. Rather than just like sit in my thoughts and like what do I want. I found out that I just like I love interior design. I love homes.
Girl, you were showing me your fucking doorknobs the other day, and they're
I've been
gorgeous.
waiting for my doorknobs for 4 months, and now I have to wait another 2 months.
No way.
Yeah. These doorknobs are the death of me. Oh my God.
Girl, when I have to go, I have to push the door slightly open with 2 fingers just to get in. And I have to put a towel in between the doorknob when I'm taking a piss in the pond because it is like a peeping Tom hole, girl. You get these fucking doorknobs, bitch. But I will say you are literally husband, boyfriend material. You love your home. You love your family. You love culture. You love food. You're a working man. And I think that just shows what type of person you are, which is an overall amazing person.
Oh,
was that a good choice of words? Yeah? Did you like it?
I like it. Thanks for saying all those nice things to me. You're so nice to me.
Well, of course. What would you tell your younger self, like your 15-year-old self now? Advice.
That life is going to be okay.
That's good. I would tell myself the same freaking thing. Just keep going, girl. You are known for doing the most. So I have a segment called Doing the Most.
How am I known for doing the most? So actually, like when Patrick met me like 2 weeks ago and we started to reconnect, he's saying that I just put out this energy that I am bougie, and I am not bougie.
Girl, you picked me up in your motherfucking G-Wagon, bitch, and you just got a Range Rover this week. If that, I'm gonna be nice and stop there, girl. Yeah, it's admirable, but you're one of my most bougie like friends.
No, I'm not.
Okay, but there's a segment called Doing the Most, and I have a couple of questions. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Okay, doing the most. Doing the most, bitch. Who do you think is doing the most?
You.
Why?
You have a team of 15 people right here in the room. I have a team of 0. No, I'm kidding.
Bitch,
no,
you
I'm
fucking
kidding,
lying.
I'm kidding.
What means the most to you?
I think recently, like integrity.
Integrity. What about it?
Just staying true to like yourself and what you stand in and what you believe in, because LA can be a very tough city and things can change very quickly, and just staying true to who you are and where you come from.
That's nice. When were you the most messy?
I think one of my first jobs back from quarantine, I wasn't used to working, and I was done. So it was a long day, and I had to go. But I left when I left set earlier than when we wrapped. My heart sank. I was like, what the hell do you think you're doing, Patrick? Like, you just started working again. Like, what the hell do you think you are doing? But we're fine now.
Okay. This is funny. What is the most expensive thing you have? You just talked about this fucking 9-foot ass statue that you just got for your living room, bitch.
Probably my house.
Yes. Your house is beautiful.
I completely remodeled it, and I love it.
I love it. A beautiful house. Well, thank you so much to Patrick Ta. Be sure to check out Patrick Ta Beauty at Sephora and PatrickTaBeauty.com. Follow Patrick Ta now on YouTube and also on social media at Patrick Ta and his brand page, Patrick Ta Beauty. Thank you so much for being here on Say Yes to the Guests.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, you are successful. I love you so much. And let's go get boba and let's chat more and boys and things and doorknobs. And I'll see you in 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Say Yes to the Guest. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast and follow at Say Yes to the Guest on all social platforms. Remember, you are successful. Now go out and be the bad bitch you truly are. Can't wait to chat with you next time. Bye.